What?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist! Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh, no.
What's going on with that radio?
I have done all I told you, Ho. What?
Yeah.
Let's check out some of the bad voice acting samples from Hitman, the first game.
I need to use the bathroom.
Okay, we couldn't start off with that.
That goes without
line.
saying. That's the best one.
I need to use the bathroom. He sounds so unnatural about it. It's like he's going around so full of himself, like, I can go all by myself. I'm a big boy. 47, would you stop telling everyone that? I think there should be like, you know those potty training videos for little kids?
Yeah.
They should have like a, potty training video starring Agent 47. Hello, I am 47, and I need to use the bathroom. All right, let's play some more of the samples.
I'm taking another man's life. It's both easier and more difficult than you might imagine.
Okay, that's more bad writing than... He was clearly trying, that was better, but
yeah,
it's easier
the writing,
but harder.
The writing didn't make much sense.
Yeah, the writing was pretty bad. I'm taking another man's life. It's easier and harder. Eh?
What?
47, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's so confusing. It's like saying, I have this sniper rifle. It's quiet, but it's pretty loud. 47, you're confusing everyone. You're confusing yourself. Stop it, please. That's why he must be like walking around, walking around each mission, killing everyone, thinking he's the bad guy, but also he is not. 47, that doesn't make sense.
That girl has a lot of talent. Is she a good talker? Set me up for a meeting.
Jeez, you're not a good talker, 47. That girl is a good girl. I want to talk to her. Hey, could I have your number, please? I can go to the bathroom all by myself. Where are you going?
Don't leave.
47, I don't think in the first game he could really chat up women. I think...
No.
Well, he's clearly better than both of us, but that's not important. That's not important. If 47 came up to you and he said, Hi, I'm 47. You've got a lot of talent, and I can go to the bathroom all by myself. Would you not be impressed? I'll give you a few moments to think about it, but of course, I think the answer is pretty obvious. I'd be impressed. Here's my number, good sir. In any case, 47 sounds robotic as ever.
Yeah.
That girl has a lot of talent.
Do you reckon that's where this man got his premier ideas from Roman Reigns from?
Believe that, Aston. I am Hitman Reigns.
I am acting.
I am acting. I mean acting.
I'll be back later to place a special order. I just wanted something to take out.
Get it? Because he's an assassin going to a restaurant to take out
Boo.
a special order. Stop it. This is my day job. Go away.
He's terrible at puns.
In fact, 47 was originally written to, be dropping one-liners, and the original voice he had was a very generic American guy.
Boo.
Then they got David Bateson, who was a South African chappie. Of course, over time he got much better with his acting, but something like that. I'm going to go into this restaurant and kill this guy, but I'll be back later to place a special order, and I'm going to take out him. You could say, I'm going to kill that guy. No, wait, take that back. It would make some interesting moments when, for example, 47 is perhaps doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And on the stage coming up now, it's Agent 47. I was gonna kill a guy. He was in a restaurant. I couldn't get in. So I said, okay, I'll be back later to place a special order.
You stink.
I'll take over. Hi, I'm Barry Burton. I saved my friend Jill from a crusher the other day. And I said, you were almost a Jill sandwich. You both suck. Yeah. Oh dear, I'm so afraid. I need to use the bathroom.
Find another place to hang around.
Wow,
Chinese?
that was Cuban.
What?
That guy was Cuban, and he was based to say, hey pal, you can't go here, get out.
Well, it sounds Chinese.
Find another place to go, hombre, or what it's.
Hombre gringo.
He sounds so camp. He doesn't sound like he should be in some sort of evil drug lord's den. He sounds like he should be in one of those camp little bars.
Yeah.
Find another place to go, hombre. Ah! And not to mention his voice breaking. That was on the mission. That was quintessentially just a rip-off of Scarface, with the big bad guy who goes, "Hola, Hancho, say hello to my little friend," in exactly like that, in the most camp way possible.
Yeah.
So there you are. Let me just take your weapons.
It sounds almost a bit like William Shatner.
Now go, before I change my mind.
Zan said he lost his inhaler. There you are. Let me just take... Sorry. Your weapons.
Maybe he's a fat Chinese dude who just got completely tired out.
Oh, see, there you are. Let me...
Take your weapons.
Weapons. Hey, he's getting away. I'll get him.
Oh, it's raspberry.
Or just steal the local ice cream van. Oh, it's raspberry.
Oh, it's raspberry.
Trust me. Sit. Down. Down. Whoa. What did I ever do to you?
I burst out laughing when I first heard that because I didn't know what was going on. I think this is when 47 meets a dog.
Okay.
Okay, no, the dog doesn't jump up and go, "You should not be here. Find another place to go, human," or anything like that. He just goes, "Sit. Down. Down. Calm down, boys.
Whoa, what did I ever do to you?
You hurt my feelings, dog. I am triggered. I'm going to write about this on my blog. Down.
Down.
I just love the unnecessary amount of emphasis there. Let me just play it one more time now again. I think it's like somewhere here.
Let me just take your weapons.
Shut up, fat boy.
Trust me. Sit. Down. Down. Whoa. What did I ever do to you?
Whoa. What did I ever do to you? Whoa. I am surprised and shocked.
Whoa. I am frightened. Frightened.
It's like he's acting for the deaf. It's like, whoa. What did I ever do to you? What? Down. Whoa. What did I ever do to you? Oh, all right then. Thank you. I couldn't hear you. Now, let me just take your weapons.
Oh, can someone get him?
Someone.
I'll do it.
Oh, it's raspberry. This week's strange game of the week is called USB Magic 8 Ball. It's a magic 8 ball for your computer. So, yes, USB plug, it's half of an 8 ball, comes with a game program. You plug it in, you start it up, you type a question, it says an answer, and that's it. Asking the magic 8 ball, there's a bit of a gimmick to that, but people did enjoy it. However, making an attachment for your computer out of it is a bit much. You know, how about we do this, Aston? I've got a right here, Ask 8 Ball Online. Let's go and ask it some questions ourselves.
Yeah, this is like the equivalent of the magic conch shell.
Essentially. Will the Cyberden be great?
Yes.
So, Cyberden be great. Close enough. The Magic 8 Ball says, signs point to yes, it will be a great show from now until eternity.
It works!
Great. All right then, let's ask it some more questions. Magic 8 Ball,
We'll ask them pull a woman. No.
I'll ask something a bit more probable.
Right.
Will we get Half-Life 2 Episode 3?
It'd be great if he said no.
Oh, he says no.
Does he?
Damn it, Gabe! Gabe Newell has hacked this website and he has control of the Magic 8 Ball. Hacks! Will we get Half-Life 3? No. Gabe Newell.
This isn't working.
Thanks, and have fun. All right, we'll ask some more probable questions.
That'll be achieved in this lifetime, not centuries down the line.
Okay. Will Duke Nukem be voiced by WWE superstar Brock Lesnar? The answer is no. So we'll never hear Brock Lesnar and his inability to sound menacing with his screams.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what Brock sounds like, here's a lovely sample for you right now.
Let's do this!
Let's do this! Yeah, he has a very womanly, pterodactyl-like scream. So thank God we're not going to be hearing, "Hey, Bellord, I'm going to see you on the Hoover Dam!
On Sunday!
On Sunday! Those aliens are going to pay for shooting up my raid!" Let's ask it.
What?
Let's ask it what? Ask again later. Okay.
What?
Appropriately enough, asking later. What? Will the Dark Souls rip-offs ever end? Zan says.
Yeah. Yeah, let's ask it that.
Alright then. The answer is... keep saying ask again later. Signs point to yes, it will end, finally! After 20 or 30 sequels or so, it will finally end and there will be no more, "Oh my god, I just got hit through the wall! That's cheating! The game's broken!" Oh, no. It is just adding to the challenge. It was deliberate. Go to hell.
Will Oblivion ever be remade?
Will the Elder Scrolls Oblivion ever be remade? Let's ask the 8-Ball. Outlook good. Yes, we will see in HD people going, "I saw some mud crabs the other day. Horrible creatures."
You too.
You too? That was more fun than buying the strange game of the week, which is the USB Magic 8-Ball, a useless, gimmicky piece of plastic. And we've proved right there, Aston, we don't need to waste money to have fun with a Magic 8-Ball. We just go online, ask it some stupid questions, and hey, presto.
What?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist! Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh no!
What's going on with that radio?
I have done all I told you, Poe. What?
Yeah.
Let's cover the band voice acting again. This week, it's all about a game called Evil Zone. Well, actually, it's a Japanese fighting game. Let's start listening to the samples.
Ihadolka. She is female, 23 years old. Bad. She was imprisoned in the Evil Zone.
Wow, that was Paul Eidigatz's worst, quite honestly. She's 23 years old, female. Bad. Bad girl. He sounds like he's talking to a bunch of school children. Like, this is Goldilocks. She's 23 years old. She's stealing porridge. Bad. She's a bad girl. And also, the Evil Zone. Ooh. Any relation to the Danger Zone? I've been in the Evil Zone. East coast of the Pacific, south of Mars, west of London, and north of hell itself. Bad. Alright, let's check out the other samples.
Alone or not, I'm going to do it!
I don't want to know. That was John St. John. That was Duke Nukem right there.
Oh, man.
Alone or not, I'm going to do it! It sounds
Sad Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it does.
Let's do this!
In fact, I've got the sample right here.
Let's do this!
Alone or not, I'm going to do it!
On Sunday!
On Sunday! Alright, let's keep playing the samples then.
Landau Reinrichs. He's from England. Male. A bad guy.
What's his name? Raindle?
That's like Raindle Rairu. That's a very British name right
It's like
there.
Randall something.
I'm great friends with Yuri Okinoha, who is definitely from England. Hello there, my name is Yuri Okinoha, and I am English, and he's a bad guy. Bad guy. Sounds so camp.
Can someone rework Michael Jackson's Bad with just this sample in? Because he's bad.
He's bad. He's bad. He's really, really bad. He's a bad guy. Honestly, he's like he's just sitting down, waving his finger like, remember kids, don't be like him. He's a bad guy. He's 6'3". His blood type is O negative. His favorite music is rock. His favorite food is ramen noodles. And he's a bad guy.
Don't drink.
Don't, because that's bad.
I didn't know I could lose.
And now John St. John sounding quite Mexican all of a sudden.
What?
Just like that.
I've just been beaten up.
It's like he's buffering.
I can't. Done. Evil Zone EXE is not working.
This
Could be found.
And again, why does John St. John sound Mexican all of a sudden? He sounded like this! But all of a sudden, he didn't want to lose, man.
I didn't want to lose, gringo.
I came across this noise a while back in the Hitman series. We both did, actually, didn't we,
Oh,
Morgan?
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
it was a while back when we were playing Hitman Contracts, an excellent game, very creepy and eerie and atmospheric. And 47 made a very strange noise. Well, specifically when he's making a jump. You know, he climbs over a balcony in the hotel level. He jumps. He makes this noise. That's quite possibly the weirdest jumping noise I've ever heard.
It's like he can't be bothered with his job. He's like,
Have you seen this puddle near my feet? I've got to jump over it to get to the other side. Wish me luck.
Imagine tripping over with that noise. It goes. What about Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks? Every time they do the long jump, like.
Every time. And then just hear, what? As a response all the time. TimeSplitters Future Perfect had one of the funniest scripts, not just because of the balmy sense of humour where you could play as, like, say, monkeys and robots in a Mars prison or using flare guns in a disco with its fantastic soundtrack playing.
Disco, go.
But also things like the funny little challenges you can do. For example, the zombie chef called Gaston, he's got to fend off a horde of zombie cows because he bought their British meat, so therefore they've been resurrected and they're trying to kill you, and there's only one thing for it.
Ainsley Harriott.
You got to give the meat, I'm gonna rub you,
Yeah, boy.
You got to use what's called triple inoculation. In other words, you've got to use smallpox, fill them up with so much smallpox that they explode and spray blood everywhere. I think, okay, that's one way to kill zombie cows. One of my favourite moments in the game, the 1960s Cold War missions, you have to go undercover. So he plays this big buff dude Cortez, and he's a very funny dude. Time to split! But everyone doesn't find that catchphrase cool or witty at all. They really find it really bad. He teams up with Harry Tipper, the coolest detective around, man. And it gets some disguises for them both. So Cortez dressed up as a henchman, and Harry Tipper's dressed up as a henchwoman. He's dressed up as a chick with a miniskirt. Like, it's just not my colour at all. He's got to run around with a really girly walk, and he gets flirted on by a guard saying, "Hey, gorgeous, haven't seen you around Sector 7. Yes, I was transferred here from Sector 4. Wow, you must have really messed up to get dropped with us deadbeats. Well, I'm glad you did." And then eventually, when your cover's blown and you start making your way through to catch the big bad guy, you hear, do. Attention! Harry Tipper has entered the base. He is disguised as a woman. Treat all females with suspicion until their identities can be confirmed. He's got a moustache. He's running around in the most girlish fashion. And he talks like this. And they've got to put a warning out saying, beware, one of these women might be Harry Tipper in disguise. It's British comedy at its finest.
Yes.
It really is.
It's like Monty Python made a video game.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. So, happy 11th birthday, TimeSplitters Future Perfect.
Yeah, it's time to just
do the thing. Another one. He's supposed to teleport away from this teenager who he fought through a zombie mansion with because it's time to... I'm gonna go. Just quickly disappears. What if video games were given a totally different genre than what we're used to? For example, we know, for example, Command & Conquer, that's a real-time strategy game and a fantastic one at that. But what if we gave it a completely different genre? What if it was a totally new game? What I'd like to see is maybe a Command & Conquer get turned into a karaoke game. Or maybe something like Just Dance. When you get to, for example, Kane, the final battle, and said, "Good afternoon, Commander. You really think that the GDI can stop the leader of the Brotherhood of Nod? Well, I've got one problem for you. You can't outdance me, Commander. I get like a funkified version of the Hell March by Frank Lapacula. I am Cain and I'm going to rule the world.
He must have been the dance commander.
He must have been the dance commander. Trying to nuke Nod. Here or something, I don't know, I can't think of the lyrics.
Trying to nuke Nod.
Here.
Wow, Jade, that was really
Bad.
All right. Well, what's quite a overrated game these days? I don't know, like a shooter or something like that.
Call of Duty.
Easy enough, I suppose. What if that was like one of these visual artsy kind of games, which are really tedious, and to say that, there'll be some social commentary in the form of, Hi, I'm John Default. And I'm John Bischoff. I used to be a man, now I'm not. I have explained all about why I made this change in my book. What does this have to do with Call of Duty or war? It's all about it, you see. I've got a book right here. Let's talk about
It's
it.
a war on genders.
Well, I can always skip the cutscene. What? You think you can skip the cutscene? I'm afraid not. Let's start. Chapter 1. A Bischoff is born. A couple of hours later. And that is why I am right Har? I mean here. Let me start over. And then eventually you get into the game and you can beat it in about 2 minutes. You go upstairs, you find a gun, and you think, no, war is bad. The end. I love Hitman. You've played the new one, haven't you, Morgan?
Oh, yeah.
You enjoying it?
Oh, definitely.
Great stuff, ain't it? Something rather awkward happened when I was playing Hitman. And boy, did it all go downhill. I was playing the Sapienza mission in Italia, and I was given the mission, okay, kill this dude, he owns a mansion. Kill this scientist lady, she's gonna release a poison virus, and then destroy the virus in an underground lab.
It's like Resident Evil.
Okay, yeah, pretty freaky stuff, but okay, let's do this. But I thought, okay, let's try and kill 2 birds with one stone. Sniper challenge, kill all targets with a sniper rifle, and then do it all suit only. So if I'm spotted trespassing with a gigantic sniper rifle on my back, they're going to shoot on sight. It's going to be tough. We've got to use proper stealth here. At first, I was sneaking my way through, but I made the mistake of just shooting them when I first saw them. So I climbed up the sniper tower with some guards up there. Shot the scientist, shot the dude playing golf. Everyone was on my tail, so I had to run downstairs, hide in a box. They woke up the guards who I knocked out, and they were all walking around saying, oh, what the hell is this guy? I think, oh, for goodness sakes, I'm going to wait here for like 5 minutes. Eventually I got out, so then I got to the lab. And boy, did things go downhill from there. It really went downhill. I thought, oh, right then, so if I get to this computer, I can destroy it from here. Yeah.
No, how wrong you were.
No, every time I got spotted, then I went around, tried to drag a guard through, knock him out, drag him through, accidentally killed him because he touched a puddle with his nose, and therefore
he touched a puddle.
And I was like knocking a guy out with a tin of spaghetti soup, and eventually everyone found out. All the scientists were panicking. I had about 20 guards coming after me one by one. It was honestly like something out of a Young Ones sketch. They were all coming out, I was knocking them out, and eventually I thought, forget this! You want some? Do you? You want a piece of me? Then every time the scientists were panicking, I just grabbing a tin of spaghetti soup, knocking him in the face, beating up everyone, shooting all the guards down because I was just sick and tired of it. I was absolutely livid. Thought, right, forget it. Must have killed about 20 guards with a shotgun alone. Got to the virus, all the hazmat dudes were like, oh my god, you're not supposed to be... Knock them all out, pull out a pistol, destroy it. Finally, let's walk over to the boat. Mission accomplished, 1 star. Rubbish.
1 star.
Score 0. I got the suit only challenge because I did it all in my suit. I didn't change disguises.
But you got 1 star.
Yeah, I didn't care about a rating. I just did it for the challenge. But guess what I didn't get? Sniper challenge.
Oh.
When I killed the 2 people in the sniper tower I mentioned about earlier, I dropped the sniper rifle and ran off. And the virus I was supposed to destroy, I was supposed to use the sniper rifle on it. I was supposed to shoot it through the glass and destroy it that way. I did an absolutely rubbish performance to get 1 challenge I could have done, and did good about it. But instead I just knocked out everyone with a tin of spaghetti soup, gunned down people with a shotgun countless times, made everyone see me, about maybe 50 witnesses, and looked like the world's worst assassin just because I wanted to do it suit only. Talking about wrestling over the break, and you've got some funny anecdotes about the many crazy characters we made in Create a Wrestler all those years ago. Would you like to share us some of these funny stories?
Yes, would.
Please do.
Right. Well, it's not a custom character, but I've told you about it with Big Show and Al Snow.
Go on, remind me.
Pretty much, they had a match. It was an I Quit match for the... I think it was for like the Intercontinental Championship or something.
Yeah.
So, big match. Big Show lost the I Quit match. And the next week, Big Show was back in the same match again. It was like, wait, hang on a minute.
Okay, so Big Show lost an I Quit match and
he's back, he's
back in the company.
For an I Quit match.
Any other funny anecdotes from that you remember?
Oh, you know this one, Undertaker with the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, he ran off. There was a match during a scripted event during it. He ran off of it and we could never get it ever again. He just ran off out of the game. Then there was Paul Bearer as The Undertaker's left-hand man. In this PlayStation version of SmackDown, it was a buggy game at times because he won the Women's Championship. What about the characters we made, though, specifically? I mean, I know we and our dad made some pretty goofy ones. Share some, Morgan, share some.
Oh, we have Porky Pig, Orange Man.
Orange Man.
Fat Cow and Porky Pig, my dad made. There was these gigantic, massively obese characters, like gigantic bowling balls with small legs. Orange Man was Morgan's favourite character. He was just a generic guy who wears orange because that's his favourite character.
It's like Vacant.
I made a character called Rainbow Chip. He wore a star mask and he was skinny because I didn't like the look of the fat characters or the muscly characters. I just went for the weedy ones.
Brad always had the big muscly ones.
Yeah, our stepbrother Brad always made the muscle-bound dudes. What about in the later wrestling games?
Wrestling game. Oh, that's right. I made Archie and Spencer from Ballamore.
From a friggin' kiddie show.
Thing is, they did become tag team champions.
Oh dear. My mate Dan, he created the Iron Chinese, who's a stumpy midget from Afghanistan with pointy muscles and a big square belly just sticking out like he just swallowed a microwave.
It's more like a stove.
It was so weird, but I also made a very funny wrestling move where I throw them into the corner of the ring. I go for a suplex. No, never mind. Belly to belly suplex. No, never mind. Go for a suplex. No, never mind. Climb up on top. Climb back down. Climb on top. Lift them up. Then I go for a suplex off the top rope. Slow motion, like it's sliding through time. Then and then just finish the move in like a millisecond. Like slow motion. Really fast.
I did one of those called the helicopter. And like you pick them up like a powerbomb hold, like Sheamus's old Celtic cross move, and like they climb the turnbuckle very slowly.
Yeah.
And they'll be eventually falling. And then about 8 spins later, it'll be plummeted to the floor.
It spins right 8 times in the air.
Really fast as well. Like,
Oh dear.
Oh my god. The Winnie the Pooh mod in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, there's a Winnie the Pooh mod where it replaces Big Smoke, your supposed ally of Carl Johnson, CJ, and instead of when CJ gets home and he's like hand his head thinking, oh man, my mum has just been killed, and guess who barges in with this crazy mod? It's Winnie the Pooh with a baseball bat like, you just picked the wrong house for whoa, Smoke, please, it's me, CJ. Oh, my dog! It wouldn't be like Grove Street or the 100 Acre Wood. It would be the 100 Acre Hood. And Christopher Robin has just had facial surgery to look like he's an African American. He's changed his name to Carl Johnson instead of Christopher Robin, and he's going around the 100 Acre Hood with Pooh Bear.
I can imagine. Probably either Sweet or Ryder being Piglet.
Hello there, CJ. Yo, what's up, Piglet? Let's get out of it. Hello there, CJ. Yo, what's up, Tigger? If he's going to be shot, not saying, oh, bleep, player, he's going to be going, oh, bother, player. And then when he gets to the drive-thru, he'll be like, I have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra honey, etc.
Just wearing body armor in the final mission.
It's not body armor, it's just his red little shirt.
Yeah.
Instead of him bleeding, it's just him like ripped open with all the wool sticking out. Like everyone's gonna know my name, Winnie the Pooh.
Remember the name.
Oh, bother.
What?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist! Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh no!
What's going on with that radio?
I have done all I told you, Poe. What?
Yeah.
The bad voice acting in video games is all about a game called Dracula Unleashed.
Okay.
You should listen to some of these samples. Let's start off then.
That paper's not for the weak-hearted today, those who loses their heads easily. It's to the saucy jack when this day's over.
That was supposed to be a British person. In fact, the whole game is set in London.
Sounds like Dr. Fink from The Simpsons.
You mean Professor Fring?
Professor. Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid you're not going to be finding Dracula anytime here. The colours, children. But that was supposed to be a Cockney news person who shouts, "Don't papers, governor, have heard over here." That laugh, he kept like imposing his laugh all the time, going, "That paper is not for Fraser, you know."
Sounds like trying to sound like Michael Caine.
To be honest, the guy looks like Brian Johnson from AC/DC.
Oh God!
Wow,
with a flat cap and everything.
Yeah, precisely. I thought, wow, he's that young. I know the fella's getting on all right, but I didn't think he was from like the late 1800s or something. As long as he's not going to be singing anything like "Run a white train, back in black." Also, did you hear that little awkward pause afterwards when he said, "I'm going to the saucy jack"? Hang on.
Saucy jack when this day's over.
I could just imagine
awkward silence.
Yeah, I could just imagine the protagonist just staring at him in disbelief, like, "Don't even look at me."
Where can old Nelly take you tonight? 20 Surrey. Better bundle your coat, sir. We're here.
This is horrible. I could do a better job than that.
Better bundle your coat, sir. We're here.
Anywhere I could take you tonight.
Anyway, I am British. I take you here.
This is so cringeworthy. It's awful.
These are supposed to be kind of camp carriage drivers.
It's pants.
Yeah, you're supposed to get around town this way, and they say this really dry, lame dialogue like, "Where can all they take today, sir?" And they sound incredibly robotic. I don't know if they are some sort of androids, like this is Ghost in the Shell, or a British version of the Terminator that somehow worked its way into Dracula, but...
I'll be back, Sonny Jim.
Where can all... Just away, out of this country, please.
Go.
Leave. All right, let's play some more.
Even this cloth reminds me of my dream.
Even this cloth reminds me of my dream.
Okay, a little bit of context. So the hero, Morris, let's just call him Morris, that's his name. Morris goes over to this lady and is like, "Hi there, lady friend of mine. Are you okay?" "Yes, good thing I had my sister Anisette to help me feel better." "Yes, I do feel better myself. I met our dead dad in a dream, and it was glorious. Even this cloth reminds me of my dream." Hey?
What?
It's a very specific little dream you must have had.
Yeah.
"Oh, it's my dead dad coming towards me. And he has some wonderful cloth." Wow, this is a fantastic cloth, Dad. Thank you. I'm going to totally remember this when I wake up. She's supposed to be in a bit of a wavy trance because, you know, vampires and Dracula and mind control and stuff like that. But it's just a very strange thing to say. Even this cloth reminds me of my dream. Even this blade of grass located right here in the corner, that reminds me of my dream.
That one specific blade of grass.
Right here, I'm going to point at it. Oh, even this brick wall reminds me of my dream, even though it was in a field. But you get my point, don't you?
No.
No. Leave.
Shut up.
Go away. It's funny, you know, because in between these sort of goofy cutscenes, etc., you're supposed to go to Morris's diary, and he writes an extract and dryly reads it out loud like this. And when that happens, when the lady's saying, even this cloth reminds me of my dream, we'll be seeing our dead dad ever so soon. Dun, 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 dun. And he opens the book and goes, I'm so glad Anna said came by to help me cheer up. I'm sorry, what plane of existence are you on? Do you honestly think someone's saying that, we're going to see our dead dad soon in the merriest of voices? Do you really think you're going to go, I'm so glad that she came by to cheer us up. I feel so much better now. So,
I would have put it sarcastically.
I'm so glad that she's back. I mean, that was really handy. But no, he with honest intention said that was a very calming thing, and that it made him happy to know that making her sister feel better.
It's almost as like if she's really prepared to embrace it.
Embrace death.
Yeah.
It's like, forget it, everyone. Either that or this guy is just like the dumbest person imaginable.
Yeah.
He has absolutely no idea what's going on. All right, let's listen to the other samples.
Unbelievable. Alfred Horner actually threatened my life today.
Wow, you don't really care, do you? That's unbelievable. I was going to be threatened with my life. I can't believe it. I've seen better acting on Storage Hunters. I've seen better acting on daytime television shows like that. Like, unbelievable. I was gonna die today. And funny thing is, when he was threatened in the game, this is after he discovered he goes to a bookshop and discovers a secret passage, and oh my god, jars of blood, vials everywhere. And this gentleman says, when he visits again, says, I'm not going to be taking any of your business anymore. Now, get out, or otherwise things are going to end very messy. Dun, 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 dun.
Whoa.
And you think, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Secret passageway, jars of blood, angry pointy teeth. I wonder why. Seriously? You should be saying, he must be a vampire. I saw jars of blood earlier, but
he's probably writing it down in his journal. It should be one of his last mysterious questions. I wonder why that guy threatened me with my life
This
today.
is the worst possible. I bet he's written this down like, man with pointy teeth threatens me with my life. He's got a secret passage with jars of blood. Very angry, pale complexion. He circles about 5 times the words, Frankenstein's monster? Maybe. You morons. These people have been dying and losing their blood and puncture marks in their necks. Oh, of course. Gremlins. Darn gremlins. Shut up!
Oh, man.
Yeah, his acting skills are just as bad as his detective skills.
Where will we be off to this fine day?
19 St. Augustine's.
Here we are, sir.
Here we are, sir.
I think he's just once again lagging through time. Probably a poor
he's
connection.
he's probably just like, where we be off to?
Where would be up to
404 error file not found.
That was the bad voice acting in video game for this week, Dracula. I love talking about Doom, as I'm sure many people know.
Yes.
Because it is a treasure trove of crazy video game mods. This mod right here is called A Boy and His Barrel. This is inspired by a game called A Boy and His Blob.
Okay.
It has like a companion blob thing that helps him on his crazy adventures out there.
Sounds like me. About 2 of them.
So, it's supposed to parody a little bit of that, parody a little bit of Portal's Companion Cube. So,
yes.
The synopsis is this. Doom Guy has befriended and apparently married a barrel full of blueberry paste.
Why?
Because maybe he tried online dating and discovered that he's not scoring. Yeah, it's kind of like, I can relate there, Doom Guy. We're in this together, mate.
What, you're gonna marry a jar of blueberry paste too?
Okay, we're not in it together to that extent, but in any case. For some reason, Doom Guy has married, like I said, a barrel full of blueberry paste called Violet Barrel Guard.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
I get you now. Yeah.
Has a little purple bow tie as well. And the thing is, though, the demons don't understand your love.
They don't.
I suppose it's 2017. I know we can't judge.
Almost anyone can identify themselves as a barrel of blueberry paste.
Even then, you got to push this barrel of blueberry paste around the map, and you must defend her because, of course, this is Doom Guy's girlfriend / wife.
Waifu.
This is Doom Guy's waifu. And you must deflect attacks, maybe jump in front of it in case a fireball is coming its way, or push it out of the way, or just kill the demon. Your choice.
I'll defend you, my love.
So, it can be used to solve simple puzzles and the like. You know, just a simple switch puzzle like, oh, there are 2 switches, but I'm only a single person. Who can go on this second switch?
Barrel.
Yeah, pretty obvious stuff like that. In fact, there's another twist to it. If you're low on health, you can drink from the barrel. But if you do that, you're going to drain her health too. So all you need to do is just shove her into a shallow pool of blueberry paste, and she'll feel right better. There's a little health bar on screen to make sure that Doom Guy's waifu barrel thing...
Doom Guy is one strange individual.
Yeah, he's a twisted bloke marrying an inanimate object full of sticky, delicious, sugary treats.
He just dips his, biscuits or bread or something. Oh, it's blueberry.
Rip and tear through these slices of toast. Again, like I say, it's 2017. We can't judge about these things. I know there are some crazy people right out on video game forums out there, and they want to get positive depictions of female barrels in gaming out of gaming. Oh, darn these barrel gators, Aston. Oh, darn them indeed. Ooh.
Let's get this trending. #BarrelGate, everybody.
Come on, everyone. Start spreading it around on Twitter. #BarrelGate. We shan't let the barrel haters affect our video games.
Equality for barrels everywhere.
I love talking about classic anecdotes from days of old. When I was little and times were simpler, we had a PlayStation 1.
Oh, those days.
And we had a classic stealth action game called Metal Gear Solid. Awesome game. Some pretty interesting stuff happened when my brother unlocked the stealth camouflage, though.
Yeah.
When you put on the stealth camouflage, right, you see Solid Snake when he's sneaking around the Genome soldiers. When he puts it on, he turns just green. Oh. And of course, that's because it's like refracting light, just to show the player, hey, dummy, you're over here. But none of the guards can see you, though. They can't see you.
Huh.
And what my brother did, he would run up to the guards, just punch them once. And because again, the AI wasn't as developed as, say, later times, with Metal Gear Solid 1, my brother put on stealth camouflage, punch a guard in the face, you go, pshaw! Huh? Oh well. Pshaw! Huh? Never mind. Pshaw! Who punched me? Oh, whatever. Yeah, there weren't exactly state-of-the-art guards right here. And, in fact, what my brother would also do, so he would just walk between 2 guards, punch one, run over, punch the other, run over, punch the other guy again, punch the second dude, and he would keep doing that until the guards were knocked out. So the guards would just be knocked out with, like, stars floating above their heads.
Yeah.
They would get up and be like, huh? Oh, well. These are the dumbest guards in existence. They don't give a damn. Even if you shoot them, if you pull out your pistol, you shoot them once right in the gut with your handgun, and they go, ah!
You see them walking out with, like, innards.
Just walking out with all the intestines spilling on the floor, dragging blood, like... Oh, God, not again! Huh? Who did that? Oh, whatever.
They just slowly collapse and die.
You guys are idiots. Be smart already. Something that we noticed is when you put on stealth camouflage in Metal Gear Solid, you could run through people.
Ooh.
Just like... And keeping in mind, it's just a very strange sight seeing like a green reflection of what is supposed to be Solid Snake running right through people like... okay, I'm going to check out... Ooh,
I don't feel so good.
I'm gonna be sick. Oh, something's not right here. Yeah, naturally I would assume if some sort of figure of ectoplasm runs right through you, you're gonna feel a bit ill. But he's not a figure of ectoplasm, he's just a dude with stealth camouflage, and yet he can run through people like Flubber. It just doesn't make any sense. But again, it's something I never quite understood, why you put stealth camouflage on it and you can just walk through people like, oh, not again.
It's what I call Metal Gear Solid logic.
Why are these supernatural things happening to me? Oh, well, it is the Metal Gear series. Oh, well. Oh, God, someone's shooting me. Who did that? Oh, well. Well, then again, yeah, like you say, it's the Metal Gear universe. They're probably used to dumb stuff like this. If it's got something like vampires and big muscle men with chain guns using mind control on ravens
and a US senator on things,
nanomachine son. If this is the world with that kind of stuff, of course they're going to be kind of settling down, thinking, it's just the usual stuff, lads. All right, usual drill. Psycho Mantis going crazy, controlling people's minds. We've got a vampire now. We've got bipedal tanks and a guy breeding hornets inside his skin. That was Metal Gear Solid. Some fun stuff we had right there back in the past. So here's an interesting Tekken game fact you probably didn't know about Left 4 Dead 1. Now, did you know the hardest achievement in Left 4 Dead is called Nothing Special? You need to survive a campaign with no survivors taking damage from special infected. 2.2% of players in the world has achieved this. I remember checking this out when we had the Xbox version originally, and we just couldn't figure out how this could be done, because you get lots of the fodder common infected you can pretty much defeat by just staring at them.
Yeah.
And then you get a special infected who will pop out every now and again, jump out, attack you, like the smoker who will fling a really long tongue, drag you over, and then claw you to death. Then, of course, the tank! The gigantic, big, muscly, buff zombie that rushes around, flings cars at you to instantly incapacitate you, and can punch you great distances, etc.
Yeah.
This has happened a few times before when I played Left 4 Dead with my brother. When he got downed, and this is on Mercy Hospital, on the roof of the hospital, fending off zombies, the tank comes up and he downs my brother. So I thought, alright, time for us to be a hero. Let's do this. Alright, tank. So I got right up close to it. He just uppercutted me right off the roof, and I just went, Psha! Bill, no! Oh, damn. He just punched me off the roof. And, of course, naturally, yeah, if you're going to be falling off like a 100-story skyscraper, you're going to be a bit dead afterwards.
Just a bit.
Yeah, just so, that's always embarrassing when that happens, or having like an AI character come up and say, oh, don't worry, I'll help you. Francis! You idiot! Okay, for those who don't know, Theme Hospital is kind of like a managerial simulator, you could say. You run a hospital, and you've got to try and get as much money out of people as possible. Sick people pour in, you've got to build offices to diagnose people, hire doctors, then get stuff to cure them and rake in the cash. But of course you get things like infections, you get health inspectors, you get even alien invasions happening, and you've got to thwart these problems somehow. It's a tricky game, but very fun. I played it a lot when I was little. I sucked at it when I was little. Okay, so you get the first level, and it's pretty big. You get lots of space, plenty of money. It's just, like I say, it's like a tutorial. It guides you by the hand. And pretty easy stuff, really. The second level, where the rooms are a bit tighter, you get this one fairly big chunk of land where you start building the offices, etc. in. And I couldn't beat that when I was little, because I didn't realise. When I was constructing rooms, etc., and okay, so office there for the GP, so people go to him first, then put a staff room there, the toilets a little bit there, and a little room over there, and a little room over there. I'm like, oh no, I'm running out of space. There's no space anymore. I've got to put like benches everywhere, and I've got drink machines and plants and radiators. There's just not enough space to go around. And of course I was panicking. because
Yeah.
I realised if people are going to be pouring in, I need more space to put all these rooms in to accommodate more people in case it gets popular. So I came up with an idea. I thought, all right, I'll let these people come in and I'll open up the hospital, in Theme Hospital, in case you just tuned in. I'll let them pour in. I'll just go upstairs, go away for a little bit, then I'll come back down, and I'm sure everything will be fine.
No. Mate.
No. Everything went wrong. I came back, and I saw that almost every corridor had a patient in it. They were just packed. We had the doctors going around, rushing off to the staff room because they were tired and bored. It's like, no, I don't care how tired you are, stay, work. Then you're getting people constantly waiting around and needing the toilet. And keeping in mind, if they can't reach the toilet in time, sometimes they'll just barf on the floor, or have a tinkle, or even poo on the floor. So, when I came back, I had to hire about 20 handymen to rush around and clean up the mess, because it was constantly just... It was just a horrible mess of people rushing around, puking and tinkling everywhere. And then even worse was if there's too much uncleanliness around, then patients will temporarily catch the bug and catch a bit of an illness, and then everyone's going to start barfing on the floor. And my God, all the little messages popping up saying, you should keep your hospital clean, because people have just caught an illness because of your unclean hospital. I don't have enough space for these people. It's too cramped. Yeah, so the amount of times I failed in that mission, and the health inspector giving me a whack of the finger, getting like D award saying, oh, this hospital sucks, reputation -50, and people rushing around vomiting and tinkling everywhere constantly. And then I discovered that you can buy more land.
Oh.
Yeah, then I discovered on the map screen you can actually buy new chunks of the hospital and put buildings and put rooms there. So therefore, this problem could have been entirely avoidable. I didn't know that because I was about 9 years old and I was an idiot. Everything goes wrong when I play Theme Hospital. But by God, do I love that game.
What?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist! Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh no!
What's going on with that radio? I have done all I told you, Poe. What?
Yeah.
This week, it's all about none other than Dynasty Warriors 3. For those who don't know, it's pretty much capturing bases, hacking and slashing through enemies that you could literally defeat by farting in their general direction, and the voice acting is so bad. It is so awful. Let's play some samples, shall we?
Go! Ye children of the Yellow Turban!
This is why I love this game. Go!
I think this guy just hit puberty at the wrong time.
This is amazing.
I swear, it must be like 13 years old or something like that, isn't it? Go! Come on, defeat them all! Otherwise my mom's gonna hit me.
Oh man.
Honest to God, he sounds like Brock Lesnar. Hang on, let's just honest to God, I swear that is Brock Lesnar. That's Brock Lesnar when he's perhaps like 20 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
Back in when he was a university dork.
Go!
Honestly, how did that take get through? It sounds like this. Children of the Yellow Turban! I swear, it is confirmed, Aston. It is confirmed. Brock Lesnar existed back in the ancient China.
Yeah.
And started wars by screaming like, oh! Brock Lesnar's walking around with Paul Heyman by his side. And, you get some of the emperors, and it's like, this is Lord Emperor Chow Chow, and he will be sending your village to hell. Meanwhile, my client, Brock Lesnar, will be sending your village to Suplex City. Right, Brock? Yeah, thanks, Brock. Just stand over there, Brock. I'll do the talking. Alright, let's play some more samples.
Feel the power of my magic!
The power of my magic.
Oh, I have magic powers.
Why do you sound like Paul Bearer?
Oh, yes, I have magic powers. I swear they're just pulling out these dweebs from God knows where.
At first, though, I thought he was going to say, feel the power of Grey Skull.
Wee man.
I have done all that I could.
The classic line from the jingle right there. I have done all that I could. I am acting. And this is supposed to be someone who's just been defeated in battle, like, oh God, you defeated me. I've done all that I could.
His last was just...
I have done all. I am going to kill ye. Or does it kill you? Either way. I am dying on my deathbed. Because anytime you go and someone's very sick or ill, like, for example, watching a very serious movie like, I'm afraid that Uncle Jimmy, or whatever he's called, he's going to die. Yes, I am. I am going to die. Shut up. You're supposed to sound like you're dying, not like you've just collapsed after chugging 10 buckets of sand. Honest to God. When I was 9 years old, I wrote a story about Doom for my class.
Ah.
But I got a bit of the wrong end of the stick, unfortunately.
Oh.
Let me explain. The teacher came up and said, all right then, we're going to make a little booklet and you're going to put in a story. So draw a cover, write on the back what it's about, and then you just open it up. It's just a half an A4 sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Just put some lines there and write down with your best handwriting the story. Simple as. Or you think. Thing is, when I saw that, I thought, wow, cool. So I went home, rushed to my dad, and I said, Dad, I've got some homework to do. Oh, what is it? We're going to make a story out of a little sheet of booklet. I'll make that. And I want to write about Doom. You want to write about Doom? Yeah, I want to make a story about Doom, my favourite game in the whole world. And he's like, are you sure you're allowed to do that? Yeah, our teacher told us we could do that. All right. So it was in the evening, we had a tea, and we were working on it. So kind of going through the idea how we're going to do it. He drew, like, on the cover, well, I drew the logo, I think, or, the big words Doom, and coloured it in. He drew an arachnotron, which is like this big brain in a mechanical spider kind of body with a plasma gun on it. And he thought, oh God, this looks rubbish, looks like a cloud. I laughed, of course, and I said, no, it looks good, Dad, it looks cool. So imagine just A4 sheet of paper, big blocky letters drawn with crayon and pencil, Doom, plasma cannon launching from an arachnotron. Open up the book. Okay, some of it, I admit, we plagiarized from the manual of Doom, saying, you are the soldier, one of the toughest in the world. 3 years ago, you were drafted and sent over to Mars for attacking your commanding officer for shooting civilians or some garbage like that.
Huh.
So we got that from the manual, we kind of cheated, I admit. He fights through all this and that, etc. And then get to the end, and I said, oh no, we put in Redemption Denied, he died. And I thought, no, that's rubbish, because...
The end.
Yeah, the Redemption Denied is the final level in the PlayStation version of Doom, you see. And I thought, oh wait, no one's gonna understand that, because not everyone's played the game. In any case, so then we talked, it's okay, how about this? Write this down. So, you go to a teleporter, and a demonic arm appears out, strangles you, a grenade drops from your pocket, blows up, taking out everything with you. And I never questioned, wait, hang on, how did a single grenade blow up everything and everywhere? I don't know if it was like in hell with loads of barrels or gas in a station or something like that. It
must have been very nuclear.
Yeah, it's just a nuclear powered grenade. Yeah, I've got a few back at home. I got to sell them cheap. Some nice guys from Russia want them pretty badly. I don't know why, but all right. In any case, so yeah, so that didn't really make any sense. Okay, I went back to class and gave it in. And I remember the teacher telling me just afterwards, like, Jake, can I see you for a moment? I was like, okay. Yeah, I got your story, Jake. Yeah, well done, very good. But I think you might have got a bit confused. I was like, oh, why? Well, you wrote it about Doom. Yeah, it's a video game. It's one of my favourite games. Oh, right, well, it's an interesting story and good cover, but you You weren't supposed to write about that, though. It's fine. But you were supposed to write about a fairy tale. Oh. Yeah, you're supposed to write about something like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves or Cinderella. I was like, oh, but I wrote about Doom, my favourite video game about demons and monsters. So
I suppose it could work into a fairy tale. It could be like
I guess so.
Doom Guy and the 7 Cyber Demons.
And he gets a wish from a fairy godmother. I want a BFG 9000.
Who happens?
Okay then. But yeah, it turns out, once again, I got the wrong end of the stick. I was supposed to write a fairy tale. I'll make just a tiny little A4 sheet of paper book about it. But I wrote about Doom instead, my favourite sci-fi horror shooter game. Nevertheless, I mean, she liked it though. And I told my dad, and I can't remember my dad's reaction. He must have been like, oh, you should pay attention next time. Now, the first Dead Rising game, you drop off into the Willamette Mall as Frank West. You arrive via helicopter, you see that the army's here, and see these riots supposedly going on.
Yeah.
You meet a suspicious Spanish chap called Carlito, and he's kind of hinting, oh, it's very quiet around here. Yeah, why? Is it like everyone's already dead? Dun 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 dun! So you're the bad guy. No, I didn't say that. Oh boy, I got my scoop. Let's get out of here. Okay, that's how I kind of fantasize what should have happened, but no. Yeah. Basically, Frank's been dropped off because he's a journalist, and he needs to get the scoop. He needs to get the reason why there are supposed riots. Turns out, of course, zombies, obviously.
Yeah.
And you can either follow the main story, or you can just go, forget it. Let's just save the survivors, or even just muck around and do whatever the hell you want. Of course, things like crazy cults, the army, psychopaths with guns and crazy weapons like that, they're going to come into play and make things difficult. But I remember when you go around exploring the mall, etc., thing is, you're constantly pestered by this chap called Otis. And he's supposed to be like, he's supposed to be like a security guard, an old dude with a beard. And he constantly pesters you over the radio. Then he starts calling you during the most awkward times. Constantly calling, like, for example, when there's like 50 zombies surrounding you, you try to slash them down. It's like, hey Frank, I just discovered there's someone being attacked in the old cinema block.
Yeah, it's me.
Get off. Hey, don't cut me off like it, and it's rude. Anyway, here's what I was saying. There was an old folk getting attacked down in the cinema block. And then the thing is, when you get attacked, that of course interrupts the call, and you've got to fight them off. And then Otis calls again, says, don't cut me off like that, it's rude. Anyway, here's what I was saying. There's no guy down in the cinema. Shut up, Otis! Shut up! Oh, jeez. He calls during the most awkward times when you're surrounded by enemies or surrounded by these crazy cult dudes who's gonna stun you with a stun bomb. Or when the military is trying to gun you down with machine guns, or even when, like, these escaped convicts in a jeep are trying to run you over and gun you with a big machine gun. And he just calls up while you're rushing around pooing your pants, going, oh, by the way, Frank, did you hear about this lady in the bakery? She needs help. You know, you could... Oh, God, oh, my arm. Hey, don't cut me off like that, it's rude. Anyway, here's what I was saying.
There's no lady.
There's no lady down Oh, God, so stop trying to kill me. Oh, for goodness sakes. Don't cut me off like that, it's rude. Anyway, here's what I was saying. There's no lady down at the... Honest God, it's just...
You could be dead and he'd still call up.
Yeah, he would be constantly calling you. You could be... Even if it's like, for example, I can imagine during an important plot point, like, Frank, I must tell you the source of the infection, and I'll only say this once. It's all because... Hey, Frank, did you ever hear about this guy who's trying to eat pie down at the sports shop? Maybe you should go rescue him. Yeah, not now, Otis. Sorry, what was that? What was the cause of the infection?
I'm only saying it once.
Oh, great. Hey, don't cut me off, lad. That is rude. Anyway, here's what I was saying.
There's a guy in the sports shop who's eating pie.
Oh, let's go. So, we discovered that you can get your revenge on Otis in a special mode called Infinity Mode. That's when it's kind of like free roam. Everyone wants you dead. They're all trying to kill you. Even the survivors, the bosses, even Otis. And your health is slowly ticking away. It's kind of like a survival, see how long you can survive for mode.
Yeah.
When you go on the roof, guess who's there? It's Otis with a frying pan. And I remember my brother first playing it. Yeah, don't ask. I remember my brother first playing it, and we were like, hey, it's Otis! Oh my God, he's trying to kill us this time! Go on, Morgan, let's get your revenge on him. So, trying to kill him. Then we did these special moves where you can, like, insta-kill, well, zombies, mainly. You do an insta-kill on a zombie, like, You punch them, pull out their intestines, and just nonchalantly push them back and just go, and just let them drop down. So that you get bonus points and zombies. So we kept doing that to Otis. So it's like, pull out his intestines. No, it's only done like 5% damage. Hey, pull out his intestines again.
5%?
Yeah. And he gets up and he's still fighting. Okay, we get it, Otis. How much intestines do you have? And we thought, okay, Morgan, do the bulldog. That's when you grab an enemy from behind, shove them down right onto the floor as you fall, and make the head explode. Of course, on zombies, splat, jammy puddle of blood everywhere. So we did that to Otis. And then just, hang on, why have you grown a head again, Otis? You're not supposed to have one anymore. Every time we kept doing the bulldog, smashing his head into the concrete and crushing it, spraying blood everywhere, just...
It's like Lego.
Yeah, he just grows a new head. And we were like, oh my god, this isn't Otis at all. No wonder he's constantly calling us all the time. He's a robot, or an android, or a homunculus. I don't know what the hell. He's just not human.
Yeah.
He was created by Satan himself, no wonder. So, of course, naturally, we cut him down. The amount of times he had to pull out his intestines and just crush his head, then it grew back, etc. And finally, we killed him. And that was the end of that. Well, of course, Infinity Mode is not canon to the storyline, technically, but we finally killed Otis after God knows how many intestines we pull out of him, and how many times we crushed his head only for him to, like, grow a new one. It was just so weird.
Oh, armed with a frying pan, he was.
Yeah, give him credit, though. He was tenacious.
What if he started raining, and then he had to use his frying pan as a drying pan?
Take a page out of Brock there.
And he'd be unarmed.
Hey, I know. We should use a frying pan as a... Hey, don't cut me up like that, Brock. It's rude. Anyway, here's that saying.
Here's an old lady who was eating pie.
she was eating pie, and there was a matchup over there. Oh my god, it's Team Rocket. They're gonna take away Pokemon. To protect the world from devastation, to unite it. You gonna answer that? Hey, don't cut me up like that, Brock. It's rude. Anyway, here's what I was saying. There's an old lady eating pie. Why is she eating? Why did I come up with old lady eating pie? I don't know. It was just pure improvisation. I apologize. So that was Dead Rising, meeting and killing Otis, the most annoying character in the game. Mod Mania for this week. It's called Mario 64 Chaos Edition.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to turn crazy quick. Okay, so Mario 64 Chaos Edition. This is a super difficult, hacked version of Super Mario 64. Randomly generated madness, it says. Okay. So, imagine this. You're playing Mario 64, hardcore N64 game right there, especially if you want to grab all the golden stars.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to walk across the bridge. Nope. Well, looks like the bridge is spinning slowly, and it breathes fire at you. So you're going to lose health. Sometimes you're going to be jumping around, and then gravity throws you up in the air, or maybe just makes you drop really quickly. It just, or even when you're running around, it just throws you in a random direction. Gravity is your enemy here. There is no logic or sense of rhythm. Sometimes Mario can grow huge or have his head spin constantly like he's possessed by the devil. So that's likely going to cause some sort of psychological damage right there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might be falling into a small bit where it's just what's called the Hall of Mirrors effect. There's no texture, so it's just kind of like a blur of other textures around you.
Yeah.
And it's just horrible to look at. And you can even get turned into a sign when you hop into a painting, and even turned into Kirby. I don't know why, but it's an interesting hack there, but... So, in any case, the game is just a random mishmash of crazy, over-the-top, deliberately unfair twists and turns to make your experience the most horrible one possible. So then I thought, okay, how are we going to make this even harder? What if I got a hold of the Mario 64 Chaos Edition? What if I got a hold of this hacked Mario game and could make it even harder? I made a list of a few ideas. Here's some. Okay, so every now and again, you're going to have Hulk Hogan. He'll appear out of nowhere if I made it, and he'll deliver the atomic leg drop on you.
Okay.
So he's just going to barge out of anywhere and just yell, "Say your prayers and take your mega mushrooms, Mario Brothers!" drop the atomic leg drop, lose half of your health, brother, and then hide away into the bushes somewhere, and then he's going to appear again, jump on the top rope, once again, atomic leg drop, brother. It's either me or you're fighting against Bowser, brother. You don't mess with the Hulkster. So I think Hulk Hogan making random cameos, causing hell.
I think instead of replace Bowser as a boss with Brock Lesnar.
Of course, so Brock Lesnar's going to appear instead. He's going to send Mario to Suplex City, and then he's going to do his trademark screams like... Anytime, of course, Bowser's going to be like... Instead, you're just going to hear... all the time. So to make it even harder, Donald Trump will appear, and then he's going to build a wall around you, because Mario is Italian, so he's not American.
Yeah,
so, and then he will attempt to deport you and say, I'm going to send you on a huge boat, and I will send you back to the place you're from, Mario Brothers, and I will build a wall. And then builds a wall, you've got to like jump around it, or use a mega mushroom, smash your way through. Otherwise, he throws you on a boat, deports you away from the Mushroom Kingdom, because of course Mario doesn't have his green card yet, and then he's out for good. He's out for good. You see, that would make this game mod. That would make Super Mario 64 Chaos Edition so much more challenging.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a big challenge right here. You start off dead.
You start off dead?
You just start off dead. Mario just... you start and Mario dies.
The end.
The end.
Thank you for completing the game.
I think to end it all off, the Mushroom Kingdom will crumble to make it even more difficult. The whole thing will just crumble into pieces, and you've got to rush your way through while it's just crumbling and falling into a black hole. Otherwise, you lose. Otherwise, you die.
And then when it's all over, it'll just pan out to like a creation by Archie.
It'll just pan out. It turns out it was all just a dream, just like Super Mario Brothers 2. And says, hey Mario, we've got to go on a real adventure. You turn around and then you discover that all of it was a dream. You've got to do it all over again. They did that with a game called Ghosts and Goblins. You had to repeat this ultra hard game. Do it again. That would be the ultimate kick in the ghoulies, honest to God. So that's why I'm implementing it in right now. So that's Mario 64 Chaos Edition for Mod Mania, and how we would make it even harder.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some more tracks, because clearly we were having far too much fun with that. This week's Strange Game of the Week is called Yandere Simulator.
Oh,
You've heard about this, haven't you?
Well, I know what Yandere is. It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna get a bit weird.
Just a bit.
In any case, Yandere Simulator. So, it was created by the mysterious Yandere dev. And the game was inspired by Hitman and anime.
Hitman? What?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. No, 47 is not like a weeaboo character walking around going, notice this, senpai.
That would be an interesting crossover, actually.
Yeah, you got a point. You've got to play as this Yandere, who, for those who don't know, that's anime slang for sociopathic schoolgirl in this case.
Psychopath.
Yeah, pretty much. Called Ayano Aishi. And basically, she will do anything, whatever it takes, to get Senpai to notice her.
Oh, man.
You know, the boy that she kind of secretly desires, like, oh, I want to be his girlfriend, but only I will be noticed by Senpai. No one else will. And, of course, you got to prevent everyone else from noticing Senpai.
I'd run.
Yeah.
I'd run for my life.
The thing is, of course, you play as this teenager going around school, and to get Senpai to notice you, it's like across 10 weeks, like in-game weeks, not real weeks. Because I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I've got better things.
It's not for me.
It can be done by cruel methods like blackmail them, so that way they don't appear in school anymore. You can bully them out. It gets pretty dark because you can even kidnap and torture your fellow students, which be like, pretty weird.
Yeah, no, you should be doing that to Senpai, not to the innocent.
But of course, this is what Yanderes do. They will do anything. Yeah. That they are not restrained by moral boundaries in order to get Senpai to notice them.
No.
So scare them out of the school, force them to leave, or alternatively use stealth and kill them.
Kill them.
You see, this is where the Hitman aspects come in. If you do go around secretly taking them out of the equation, you've got to hide the bodies and mop up the blood. Otherwise, you're gonna start losing your sanity meter, and people are gonna be like, "Hey, what is that weirdo?"
People think she's nuts anyway.
Well, that's
if
the
it's
thing.
a Yandere.
Well, that's the thing. You've got to maintain your the reputation by going to social clubs and seem like a normal student when
Yeah,
in
but
secret.
deep down, you're a complete nut job.
Like, say, social clubs to keep your reputation high, stay stealthy, or stay sane. Otherwise, if any of these meters drop, if you get caught and the police come by,
you get arrested.
If you booted out of the school, etc., you lose. If a girl even spots Senpai and gets him to notice her before you lose. So it gets a bit weird because you have to go around with a camera and getting shots of some undies. Chuck them on the internet to get info that way, which is a bit weird. That's not how 4chan works, but okay. And the thing is, the game's it's in the works, still being developed, but it's also banned on Twitch, on streaming sites like that. Banned on Twitch, surprisingly enough. Well, then again, if you're going around going on a killing spree or trying to imitate Hitman in that game, then yeah, I can probably understand that.
It'd be weird. I just want there to be like a Hitman mission where he has to kill an anime fan,
It's
and just his last
weeaboo.
Yeah, and just his last word to this guy will be "Notice this, senpai."
Or something like that, or add poison to the ramen noodles. Like, oh, I love ramen. It's mission complete. You killed the dweeb.
The dweeboo.
The dweeboo. Thing is, you can do similar sorts of things. I mean, you can't be like pulling out shotguns or sniper rifles in Yandere Simulator like you can with Hitman.
Garrote wire.
And also unlike Hitman. Yeah, that's supposed to be like serious world with a bit of dark black humor. This is just, it's dark and it's black, but it's just so stupid that you can't take it seriously. It's like I say, it's dark and disturbing at times, but it's difficult to take seriously.
I'd rather be like a Yandere where on the outside I feel nothing, but inside just love me. I love you.
But Aston, you're a loving person on the inside and outside.
I know.
But then again, you might be friends with Senpai, so that way, dun 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 dun, look out, Aston, behind you!
Oh, no.
Too late! You've already been knocked over the head with an axe. Yeah, you can get an axe in the game, I'm not sure why.
If she can't have you, then no one can.
So that's why 30 students mysteriously disappeared from the Museum of Sharp Pointy Objects Through Time.
And that is why only one boy is alive.
I wonder why. Gremlins. I swear, I bet there is like a detective going around.
But you didn't do anything at all. Or did I? Just disappear into the ether.
I swear, there must be like a detective going around thinking, students are disappearing and dying. Who could be the cause of all this?
This is like...
Excuse me, young lady with the bloody axe. Do you know who could have done this?
For me, no.
Oh, okay then, okay.
This seems like a job for Barry Burton.
I know who's gonna do this. It's all because of Wesker! Barry, stop blaming Wesker for all these crazy things.
What?
What is this? Actually, you go around, you assassinate a fellow school members to make sure Senpai notices you. She's out of the equation. You forget to mop up the blood, and then Barry comes over and says, "What is this? What is it? Blood. Hope this is not Chris's blood."
This looks like it's from a crow or something.
I'm going to be examining this. And then, of course, the Yandere comes up against you, starts to attack you, and Barry's like, oh my god. Yeah. Or maybe tries to trap Jill into a crusher, but of course Barry saves her. You were almost a Jill sandwich. Oh, God, the things that you can do in this game. I remember seeing some online footage of these Let's Players. I've got Funhouse, and they were playing now. They're a bunch of like jokers and oddballs, really, and they just decided to go on a killing spree. And the police were coming. They had 10 seconds. There was like 30 bodies everywhere, and like pools of blood, trying to mop it up. And they were like, "Yeah, I don't think we're going to get this done in time." Honest to God. So yeah, this is like I say, the strange game of the week, Yandere Simulator. It's like if Hitman combined with anime and created a glorious, crazy, insane
creation.
Honestly, God, it's the most one of the most bizarre games I have honestly ever seen.
It's one of the best strange games we've read about.
Probably so.
I'd play it.
I gotta play it myself now.
What?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist! Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh no!
What's going on with that radio? I have done all I told you. Ho! What?
Yeah.
It's a work of art, isn't it, Hyper?
Well, it's something.
Right here, we've got even more samples from Hitman Codename 47, the first in the stealth action series.
Colombia. From what I heard, even the butterflies are corrupt and smuggling drugs.
Colombia. From what I've heard, even the butterflies are corrupt and smuggling drugs. Oh, those darn pesky butterflies.
No.
You see, this is...
gotta be yanking my chain.
You see, this is why we need to build the wall. We gotta stop these butterflies getting in and taking in these drugs. I guess you could say this kind of coincides with bad voice acting / bad writing, because when I spoke to David Bateson, the voice actor for 47, he said that they were trying to go for a film noir kind of feel to the first game. And yeah, this came through. This was part of the final product.
Well, I suppose if it was part of a movie...
What movie, though? Honestly, what movie would have those pesky butterflies corrupt and smuggling drugs?
I would say a documentary of the butterfly before the 1900s.
The Lion King 4? Simba's demise?
I could see that happening.
Yeah, it's going to be a dark, evil twist to the beloved Disney series, of course, and then we're going to have Simba. It's going to be like a nasty law. It's basically going to be Scarface, but instead we're just going to get the lions, of course.
Yes, at the end he's sitting at a desk, just a desk full of butterflies, and he can't believe what he's done.
And
he's a monster now.
Remember, kids, don't be like Simba. He wasn't the same ever since the incident.
Don't do butterflies.
Let's check out the other samples.
If you'll excuse me, nature is calling.
That's his cue to kind of get out of there and quickly grab a weapon from the toilets. If you excuse me, nature is calling. Do you think that like someone's standing outside with a big cue card, he's just waving it through the window, and 47's just standing there sweating like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? If you excuse
looks like he's looking over someone's hat, just like, yeah, need to go to nature. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Well, that sounds perfectly legit to me. Okay, goodbye. I mean, it's a slight improvement from his classic line, I need to use the bathroom. So there's that, but I suppose there are worse ways to do it, like suggested. If you excuse me, I've got to go to the bathroom to get a weapon and kill you. I mean, no.
Why would I even consider that? That's considered rude in some countries. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go to my non-weapon place.
All the guards and all the targets just staring at him very suspiciously, just raising one eyebrow. Wow, I can't believe I got away from that one so smoothly. Man, I'm good at this. Hey, why are you all pointing guns at me?
Not cool, bro.
I can so imagine 47 trying to go, not cool, bro. That is not down in the hippity hap. You know what I'm saying? Home fry?
You catching what I am throwing down to the ground, man?
You catching my wind? I mean catching my drift? 47, for goodness sake, stop improvising your dialogue, just stick to the script. But I'm trying to look cool for the kids. After all, we don't want them to go down to the butterflies who are corrupt and smuggling drugs. Remember, kids?
1 minute it's caterpillars, next minute it's butterflies. Next thing you know, they're on lions. It's a downhill path.
Be cool like Agent 47. And if you excuse me, I'm going to the bathroom. Do the same. The bathroom. Why does he just sound so robotic with this strange amount of emphasis on every word he's trying to say to people?
It's like it's really trying to center on the I'm a hardened killer, but it's gotten to the point, I am a very funny RoboCop. It's I am going now.
I think he's just going to be walking around and in disguise, and when people go, "Hello there, sir," he's going to yell back at them, "I am in disguise." What? I mean, I am sir. I am acting.
Oh, no.
All right, let's play the other samples then.
This place seems quiet. Where do I go for some action?
I'm really enthusiastic about some action. That's how he kind of hints that hint. Maybe there are some girls around here. You know, I
can imagine him just using that everyday life. I could see it happening. "Hello, dear. How was your day at the office? Good. Now I'm gonna go find some action."
I bet that's how he flirts. That's probably how he flirts. He leans over to the lady and says, "Hello."
"Hey, honey, are you a Bruce Willis movie? Because I'm looking for some action."
"Hey, honey, you are not from Colombia, because even the butterflies are corrupt and smuggling drugs." I honestly can't. I can't say that without cracking a smile or a grin. I bet that's what you.
Blame you. That's good.
I bet he kind of flirts with the ladies with some interesting facts, and he leans over and says, "Hey, ladies, did you know in Colombia, from what I've heard, 47 should have just taught me geography back in school. I would have learned so much about places like Colombia and those pesky butterflies."
I can recommend the foie gras today.
Well, you know fat foods are a killer.
But I like it so much.
I don't recall German people talking like that.
I really don't. In all honesty, when you played that for me, I thought we jumped from Hitman. Next thing you know, we're in Crash Bandicoot, because he sounds like Neo Cortex's assistant, Dr. Jin.
Really? He just sounds like some sort of snivelly little gremlin kind of creature, like, "I will gladly grab that," but instead it's just the dialogue as well, that, "I would like some foie gras today," and of course that really sounds like an evil bad guy, because they all talk like this. It sounds like a pantomime terrorist evil bad guy who's trying to take over the world kind of dude. But
yeah.
But instead, we just have some sniveling little weasel. And of course, that classic line, "Fatty foods are a killer." Get it? That's how I'm going to kill you, because I'm an assassin. Ignore that last part.
"I put butterflies in your food. It is poison, because they are corrupt."
Honest to God, 47 was written to be like a one-line dropping dude, but yeah, I'm glad they changed that in later releases, because none of his one-liners work.
Hello. Tell me how I get close to Li Hong. Interesting.
Because that's how you figure out about some evil escapades of some bad guy. You just walk up and politely, but in a very dry drone voice, "Hello. I would like some info on Li Hong." Interesting.
Interesting.
Objection. "I am 47 right." Objection. Interesting. I have info on Colombia right here.
Hola, Hancho. Say hello to my little friend.
Oh, God. I love that line.
"Where are you keeping your butterflies?"
But that is probably the most camp way to introduce yourself as the big bad guy. You just go, "Hola, Hancho, say hello to my little friend." It's supposed to be like a Scarface ripoff, yeah, but again, does Scarface ever come up and go, "Hola, Hancho"?
You never went looking.
This is pantomime acting. This is Hitman on the stage. It is for kids. It's going to be, "Where's that evil bad guy?" "Right behind you, 47. "Oh, no, he's not." "Oh, yes, he is." Interesting.
"Can you see where the guns are?"
"By that bad guy." "Hola, Hancho, I am the bad guy." How evil. He sounds so diabolical. That is interesting.
Mastermind.
Hitman the musical sound is right. Oh, God, no. No, please.
Don't put that in anyone's head. That'll become a franchise and we'll only have you to blame. Don't start it. Do not.
Columbia. From what I've heard, even the butterfly. It would just be like some sort of funky rap that 47 is just going to be like, Columbia, evil butterflies, you know. And Doc's writing in saying, sniper, no snipering. Oh, darn.
Oh, that was good.
Oh,
yes.
Darn. You got me.
Someone got that.
All right, so that was the bad voice acting in video games right there. You know about annoying characters that you have to fight alongside, just annoying partners, you know, AI, not co-op partners. It was all the way back in the old days when me and my brother would play Call of Duty 4. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a COD fan, the latest ones suck, but COD 4, for the time, it was good. So when you're fighting alongside, you know, the Brits as the SAS, sneaking through covert areas, then you're fighting in, like, I don't know, sandy places like Afghanistan with the Americans, you know, the UNSC or whatever they're called. And you get a squad of people, and there's this one guy we always found so funny because he was just so annoying. Well, with this guy, I kind of know his name, but he has a really annoying, loud, gruff voice, and we nicknamed him Loud Man. We weren't very good at nicknames. It was a
simpler time back then.
Yeah, it was a simpler time. We were about 12. Give us some credit. But yeah, we nicknamed this guy Loud Man. And yeah, and he would just run around and yelling at the top of his voice, Jackson, what are you doing over there? You should be over here.
Get over here.
And we joked that anytime we were running around with him, for one thing, he had a shotgun on his back, right, and we couldn't take it. He never used it, and that would always annoy us. You think, just give it to us already, but he would never do that. But anyway, He'd constantly run around, and we joke that any noise he'd make would be really loud and just over-exaggeratedly loud. Even when it's supposed to be really silent, like grabbing a silenced pistol going, Jackson, I'm gonna sneak over there! Sir, can I use that silenced pistol? Okay! Thank you. Yeah, I think I took them out. All right then, let's be sneaky about it. I've got a silenced rifle. I'll use it now. We even joked that anytime he used grenades, that it would sound like a nuclear bomb going off instead. Instead of, you just say, I'm gonna blow them up now with a grenade.
Fire grenade.
Total annihilation that everyone's just like rolling around, screaming, grabbing their ears like, that's too loud! Damn it, Loud Man, shut up, please! Oh god, he was so annoyed. Jackson! He sounds like Vince McMahon if he was just annoyed with everything and everyone in life. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Jackson, you're fired! Alongside that, there was in Call of Duty 5, the Zombies mode, there was one character, there's a chappie. You get 4 blokes you can play as, one from America, one from Japan, one from Russia, one from Nazi Germany. And you have to work together to fight off the undead menace. And the one character, Dempsey, who's voiced by my homie Steve Blum, who's, he's a talented voice actor, credit where due, but when we would play the one map, Deris, or The Giant, as it's called, in a weapons factory, we would get quite annoyed with him because his lines always consisted of him yelling, freak bags, maggot sacks, freak sacks, freak bags, constantly yelling that over and over and over. And in fact, I remember back in school, I had this little history book full of these pictures saying about, okay, the Wild West. Did you know that in those times, it was not uncommon for women to fight back and defend their families when, for example, the Indians were attacking so-and-so. And I saw a picture of this lady, just standing there holding a shotgun looking cool. I saw this picture, and so I decided to draw a big word bubble over her, which said, freak bags!
Oh no.
Yeah, I showed it to my brother, I showed it to my mates. we couldn't stop laughing, it was too stupid. My brother even joked that if he was in the game alongside him, it's like, I'm Dempsey, freak back! Oh, thank God he shut up. That was good work. Let us get vodka.
Revive me! I think we have better things to do.
Revive me! Freak bags! Don't get him alongside Loudman. Just like, let's kill some freak bags! Jackson, we gotta kill some freak bags! With this silent pistol! Oh god, they're just the most annoying characters we've ever come across. They're so loud and obnoxious. But what can you do? What can you do?
You have to live with them.
Too right, too right. Mod Mania. All about crazy video game mods that I managed to pull off from the interwebs. Doom REELISM mod. Not R-E-A, but R-E-E. Alright, so this is supposed to be a tongue-in-cheek wave mode for Doom. This mod is made up of 5 rounds with armies of constantly spawning enemies, and then there are 3 random mutators that kick off at the start of each one. So how it goes is this, Hyper, and for all you people listening out there, it goes like this. Start the round. The slots are spinning. 3 twists right there. For example, one might give you guns from different games. It might give you weapons from, say, Wolfenstein or Duke Nukem 3D. So instead of getting like a BFG, instead you get a shrink ray or just like a really pixelated MP40 to mow down Nazis with. It might summon an eclectic amount of enemies. For example, sometimes you fight Nazis, sometimes medieval archers, imps riding tanks. Then you get weird ones you might get. For example, blind HUD, so it removes like your stats, so it's just blank. You can just see your gun. Summon explosive weapons, or even enter dog mode, which is a power-up from Rise of the Triad, which is a cult classic shooter from the 90s, in which you turn into a small dog, you run around at top speed, you can claw people to death, just chomping them, and then use like a sonic bark that you can build up and blast enemies with.
This sounds real convoluted.
Too right, they put these things in as well. And the boss rounds includes wonderful enemies that you can battle against. For example, there's the Dog Pope.
The Dog Pope?
Yep.
Oh.
You heard that right. That is a dog with a Pope hat, and he runs around and barks at you, and every time he barks, he spits bees. I swear this is a reference to The Simpsons. When Homer asks, what are you going to do?
Bees.
You going to send out the dogs or the bees? Or the dogs with bees in their mouths, so every time they bark at you, they shoot bees? I swear that is a Simpsons reference, but we'll see.
That is, yes.
There's also El Cyberdemon, which is basically a cyber demon, you know, the big hulking 20-foot-tall monster cyborg with a rocket launcher. It's basically that, but with a Mexican hat.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a Mexican equivalent of the cyber demon trying to take you down.
I was going to say, we need to build the wall. This is just another reason.
This is precisely why, because we can't
put a sombrero on a robot. Done.
We are getting cyber demons from hell pouring in from hell through the Mexican border and through into America. We gotta build a wall.
They are not sending us their best.
So we must build a wall and stop hell. It'll be huge.
It'll be huge. The biggest wall I have ever seen to stop the cyber demons from hell with sombreros. I'm telling you now.
Trump's gonna build a wall around hell itself, and then the events of doom will never happen.
I really hope he goes Attack on Titan with that wall. It's just like, you can sing that song ironically. Build a wall around the ocean.
In realism for Doom, the crazy wave mode, you can fight Mecha Hitler from Wolfenstein 3D. So he marches around in a big robot suit, 4 chain guns, and on the website, his description line is, proof that imagination is dead. Because why bother with creativity when you can just throw in like a mecha Nazi or just the nasty World War II Germans?
Imagine the board meeting for that. What do people hate, but what do they love? Robots. What do they hate? Hitler.
Great.
Bam.
Right there.
Boss fight.
And finally, we have... oh dear. We have a mother-flipping wizard in a mother-flipping monster truck. There is no rhyme or reason why. It is just a wizard. He's just a wizard with a monster truck. That is it. And he drives around and runs you over, simple as. Okay, so, hey, we got time to talk about what we'd like to see. If we could insert any kind of randomizer or any boss, who would it be? What do you think, Hyper?
oh, there's so many things you could do with this. Because I watched the video and I just went, this is just a cluster of everything. Where do you go? I think a boss, they should make it so small you can't hit it.
Bouncing on a grain of sand. Ant-Man. Let's go with Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, bam.
Okay.
That's it. You took the words right out of my mouth.
So, okay, we got Ant-Man right there, who you can't hit with pretty much anything. I'm going to say something like maybe extra loud mode for one of the randomizers. So every noise that people make is just really loud and distorted, just like when we were talking earlier about...
Loudman!
Yeah, just like when we were talking earlier about Loudman from Call of Duty 4 when he's running around yelling, "We gotta get over there!" Which is so annoying in that game.
Be quiet, Jackson!
We just have to put that in this game right here. And hey presso, loud, obnoxious noises, and every time he shoots you with like a silenced pistol, which is supposed to sound like he makes really obnoxious loud noises like Alright, so that was Mod Mania. Appropriate enough. This week's Strange Game of the Week is an add-on for The Sims 4. Now, of course, you're probably thinking about all the great expansion packs for the Sims series. For example, the vampire packs. You think, oh, well, that's pretty out of field, but okay. Late night packs. All right, then, sure. University packs. Well, right. What's the next great big idea? The Sims 4 bowling. Seriously? That is the best. That it's not like a side mini game or packaged in with like retro pack. See, I've got a better idea right there. Just 1950s pack. But no, it's just The Sims 4 bowling, and that's $9.99 in US dollars.
$10 just for that.
Shall I go over?
I still can't believe it.
Yeah, shall I go over the content?
Oh, by all means, yeah.
Sure. So, you can make bowling alleys and get retro 1950s furniture and a few pieces of clothing, make them bowl to win, and that's it.
That's it?
That's it,
yeah.
That is it. You make a bowling alley, you get them to bowl. You can't really have any effect on how well they perform aside from getting them to grind over and over. But even then, there's no point. There is honestly no point. This is one of the most bizarre design choices for an expansion pack, for The Sims of all things. As Doc sarcastically says, yes, I so want to send my virtual families playing bowling. Sure, you can do that for about 10 American bucks, but alternatively, you can go down to the actual bowling alley and play a game of bowling for maybe the same, less?
No, probably more, but yeah.
Who knows?
At least you get to participate in the damn game.
Too right. Unlike with The Sims 4 bowling, in which you can't, which sucks. In any case, I was kind of thinking, okay, if we could add any sort of expansion packs, what would we choose? Just anything at all.
I had to think about it, and I remember playing The Sims one time. I can't remember if it was The Sims. I remember you got abducted by aliens if you went outside the city.
Yeah.
And that was it. You disappeared for a day or so, maybe an hour. I can't remember how long it was. They dropped you off. The only thing wrong with your sim was that they had to go to the toilet for a while, and that was it. Apparently something else happened afterwards. They might have been lying to me, I don't know. But, maybe you could expand on that. Like, if you get taken by the spaceship, they take you up to their mothership for a day, and you get to see what's up there and take something back.
Of course. Alien bowling. The Sims 4 Alien Bowling will let you bowl in a UFO for 15 minutes, and then that's it. Okay, hand over 10 American dollars, please. So that's it. Because we don't even need to think about content, because we can just, throw one thing in there, package it off for 10 American dollars, and then call it quits, send it out. Okay, I made a few ones just out of giggles. Alright, how about something like, there's the Sims 3 Medieval pack and something like that. Let's take it a step further. Let's get something like from the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and let's get the Oblivion Mudcrab pack, where all the Sims will talk to each other constantly, talking about those pesky mud crabs. So, I saw a couple of mud crabs the other day. Horrible creatures. Filthy creatures. I hope I never see them again. Goodbye. You too? You know, riveting conversations like that. I mentioned before in the show about Quake and its lovely shades of brown and black and grey for its colour scheme. How about we do the same with The Sims 4? Let's have the Quake Quayola Quadon. Yeah, I can't think of another Q word, but...
Quadon.
Quadon, yeah. So all the walls you can paint brown, slightly darker brown, maroon, burgundy, black.
Dirt.
Dirt. Yeah, you could decorate your home with dirt. Make it look like an absolute pigsty or some sort of creepy dungeon. I've checked your search history, Hyper. You're not safe from me. But
all I'm saying is, if I want to build a dungeon under my house, I don't see why I've got to get a permit. It's where I live. If I want to dig, I will dig.
And it'll only cost you 10 American bucks. Bargain. So how about you know, maybe Agent 47's bathroom? Let's just get Agent 47 for the first game and just build a bathroom so then he can turn around and go, I need to use the bathroom. If you excuse me, nature is calling. And sorted right there. In fact,
that's the whole DLC. If there's anything more than that, you're paying too much.
Yeah, it's just one toilet.
Only get that.
It's just one toilet. That's it. But it's worth 10 American bucks. That's what they're probably thinking.
There is one I'd like.
What's
the
that?
Flying Spaghetti Monster. That's an actual one, and I would love to see that.
Just have that floating around, but it doesn't really communicate with anyone. Everyone's like, it's back.
No. It's just there.
It's just there. You just take it for granted far too quickly. Doc wrote in and said he wants to have a DLC which fills them with Sundares, Yanderes, Kudares, Dandares, Deraderes, Himdares, Kami. So we know there's just constant amounts of Japanese terminology to describe weird people in anime who dress up as girls or pretend to be girls or are crazy girls who will kill anyone who stays between them and their boyfriend. So just make it like some weeaboo anime pack, and I bet EA would be like, you know, because kids love that anime. I love Cowboy Ball Z.
I do love the Cowboy Bop Bop.
Yeah. Cowboy Bop Beep. I love shows like that. It is very, how do you say in Japanese, ginchi. Wait, that's not a word, is it? It's very ginchi.
You ever heard an Australian say a Japanese word really bad? It's like, daisuki desu ka? Yame ro.
Moshi moshi.
Moshi moshi. How's it going?
Oh, jeez. Before we insult the majority of Japan, let's round off this segment then. That was the strange game of the week. None other than The Sims 4 Bowling. What a total waste of money.